Hey gang, Tim Davis over here, TimDavisOnline.com, America's faith-based sales, marketing, and success coach, here with another Power to Generate Wealth tip for you. And today it's all about adding value to your customers. How often have you gone to a seminar, read a book, listened to a tape, and they talk about you need to add value to your customers. When you do that, they'll reciprocate by buying your products and services and telling other people about you. Well, here's the problem. I hear that all the time, but what is value? What do your customers see as valuable? And how do you know that? Well, that's what I'm going to show you right now. So I'm going to illustrate this for you with a couple of circles and some diagrams. So let's start off with the fact that there's your customer right there. And then your business is over here. And the bridge between the two of them is the value. And we need to find out what this customer sees as valuable so that you can provide it to them so they'll go off and tell other people and send you more referrals. Now, the biggest mistake that companies always make is they try to assess the value before doing the most critical thing. They go out and they come up with a value proposition and they start blasting that value proposition out or that extra value, and it's missing the mark. See, the customer's over here and they're blasting that out over here where the customers aren't seeing it, or even if they do, they're not paying any attention to it. I need a value proposition that's going to grab that customer's attention, pull them in, and cause them to spread my message. And here's what you do to do that. First and foremost, you've got to have ongoing dialogue with your customers. You have to engage them in conversation. And then you have to get them to dialogue back. You have to get them to engage you back. So you've got this message going out to them where you're engaging them, and you've got them communicating back to you. That's the first step. If you don't have an ongoing communication plan with your customers through email, through social media, through telephone calls, through office parties or get-togethers, if you don't have that ongoing communication, they're never going to be able to communicate back with you. And if you don't solicit their feedback, you have to ask them to communicate back with you. If you don't do that, you're never going to find out what they see as valuable. Now, that's the first step. Step number two is listen for the problem. When they give you feedback, you want to ask them questions like, what's your biggest challenge? What's your biggest worry? What's your biggest fear? They'll give you that feedback. At that point, you take that information that they told you is their biggest concern, you go out and you produce a free report, a free CD, maybe a seminar series, something that's extra above and beyond what you're already giving them, and they're going to see that as really valuable. People see things that are valuable that address a need that they have in their life. And the reason that the communication has to keep going on and on and on is because people's needs change over time. They change based on market conditions, they change based on the economy, they change based on their lifestyle. So if you don't have this ongoing regular communication with your customer and you're not getting feedback from your customer back, you're going to have a value proposition that's going to hit the mark some of the time but not all the time. So your value proposition will have to change a little bit over time to meet that new problem that customer's having. That's why it's so important that you've got that ongoing communication. I hope you guys find that valuable. Hope that's a great tip for you. Check out my blog, TimDavisOnline.com. I've got some other great Power to Generate Wealth series videos over there that'll give you some more tips on how you can grow your business. We'll talk to you real soon with another tip.